Hi guys, Jayson121 here. Today is the release of Holy Wars, and I'm going to be talking about that, how it kind of functions, some tips and tricks to winning, how to protect yourself, how to make your order stronger, just all that goody stuff. And I'm also going to clarify on a couple of mistakes that I made in my last video. So, starting off, let's talk about Holy Wars, okay? How Holy War starts is you get your deck set up to the best of your ability, or your defense deck set up to the best of ability. Your deck leader is going to assign positions. There's going to be a max of, I think, 3 attack leaders and 3 defense leaders. How many defense leaders you want actually depends on how many good defensive players you have. If you only have 1 good defensive player and 2 really crappy ones, only assign 1 position. But that can also come back to bite you in the behind, and this is why. To be able to attack another group, first you have to declare war, okay? And you do that by clicking on the Holy Wars button and declaring war. One bad function about this that we've learned is if just one order member declares war, you can start a war with another clan, even though one of your guys declared war. So if your entire team isn't prepared, and you got one jackass that declares war, you're going to lose that time unless you eat up a lot of holy powders. And I'll have to say, this event is fun, and it gives out some amazing rewards for very little work, but bigger orders and teams that are willing to spend in real life money have so much of a bigger advantage against players that are just trying to legitimately play the game for free. And that kind of sucks, but, the company has to make money, so I understand. Also, bigger orders that have had time from the other Holy War event to get some of these cards that are specific to it, which I'll be talking about 2 of them, Principality and Master Gunner. They also have such a bigger chance of winning this event. And of course, those big event wins lead to better cards and then winning later on and so forth. Kind of like in real life, you have to have money to make money. But now that I'm off my soapbox, here's how it goes, okay? You declare war, and the first thing you have to do is you have to get through the defense leaders, okay? Before you can attack the other members of the order. Once you get through that defense leader, then you can start attacking the noobs of the group, okay? When you attack the defense leader and the attack leaders of the group, then you get a 1.2, which would be a 20% bonus, or 1.5, or a 50% bonus. So who do you want to attack? First, take out the defense leaders so that you can start focusing on the weaker players, and that the weaker members of your order can actually attack these other groups. A lot of the times, if they have an extremely strong defense leader, a defense pure of sense, that has like 300 plus defense points, then you're going to have to attack the walls. And that's where cards like Master Gunner, the Mithril Golem, and I think there's one other demon one whose name I can't remember right now. You have to pretty much have those cards or have a huge order and all of them focusing on those walls to take those down. My attack is around 74,000, and it drops down to 1,600 when I attack the wall. And you have to have like 30 or 50,000 damage to take down one of 5 walls. Is it worth it? Hell no. You shouldn't waste your time or your holy powder unless you have so much ungodly money or holy powder stocked back with all your order members. It's not worth it, to my opinion. Just take the loss. But if you have to win, that's the way to get around that defense leader. Okay? Now, of course, attacking consumes attack power. Okay? My attack power allows me to attack twice with a 101 attack. But I will also have about 68 left over. So should I just go ahead and waste that 68? Or should I wait the 35, 36 minutes to wait for it to recharge? What I've learned to do, guys, is what you'll do is when you go to attack, you'll have a scroll down menu. You click on that and you say choose best deck or similar deck or specific deck choice. And what that does is it drops it down to your best cards that uses up the maximum of attack power. So I have 5 cards when I do that. It usually drops me down to 3, Valkyrie still being included, and then it's like a level 2 power dancer. And then it eats up that other 68 power, so I'm not just wasting it, and I'll usually attack the lower level player, so I'll get an additional 48 points or whatever, and then I'll use a holy powder and boost that back up. So I'm getting 3 attacks instead of just the 2, and I get a couple extra points that way. So that's a really big tip, guys. Be sure to focus on that and be sure to do that. Don't waste those extra attack points, okay? Speaking of rewards, how that works is for every successful attack you get points. And it also takes away a certain amount of points from other leaders. If your points and your total order's points is more than the other order that you're attacking's points, then you win that match and you get a bonus. Okay? So who do you want to attack? After you attack those defense leaders, if you see another player that has a huge amount of points, have your members focus on them until that gets down way low, and that lowers theirs and gives you a bonus, so it's a bigger net bonus. So if you're at 0, and if they're at 0, you attack them, you get 100, and then they get negative 20, there's 120 difference there, guys. So that's a good way to look at it, a net difference of 120. So it's a bigger boost. When you do that, and I'm not quite sure how many points equals silver coins, but silver coins are your reward, okay? I've been getting about 2 or 3 around. Now, when you hit those, you're going to want to take those coins, and you can give those away a certain maximum times. It'll have a number there. By the way, to do that, you click on your order, get card packs, and then send coins. So it's kind of hidden in a sense, but that's where it is. Remember, click on your order, get card packs, send card coins. For every card coin that you can send away, you get double the amount pretty much. Okay, so you send 1, you get 2. And you have to spend 3 of those card points, or card coins, those silver card coins, to get a silver card pack or a Holy War pack. And those Holy War packs have specific cards in them. So let's talk about what those cards are. And before I do that, just to clarify, guys, I think I said like a massive boost was 20%. I was actually pretty close, but it's a little bit lower. Small boost 2.5, medium 5, big boost 10, great boost 12.5, massive boost 15. And to clarify on some of the skill levels, I know like my Siegmund and my Gladiator card, whose effects always go off. Why would you ever want to boost those skills up? Well, for every skill level you boost that, it gives it 1% more power. Okay? I've only seen max skill of 4. I don't know if it goes higher than that. So technically, if you get them all to max skill level 4, and if you do that for 5 cards, that's a 15% bonus. Excuse me, not bonus. Bonus. A 15% bonus between all 5 of those cards. Is it worth it? Is it worth the extra cards, the extra money, the extra time? If you want to be number 1, yes. Practicality-wise, unless you want to spend a lot of money and a lot of time, no, it's not. If you have a card in your deck that's an SS rare or a legend card, which I found out is the highest rank, is it worth doing? Yeah, it probably is, because you'll probably never take that card out of your deck. So, would I ever use it on a rare or a high rare? I don't think it's worth your time, guys. When you start getting to S rare or SS rare, yeah, start looking at it, especially if you need that extra boost. But moving on. Oh, and for cards whose effects don't always go off, that increases the chance percentage. How much, I'm not quite sure, but I know that it does increase it quite a bit. Okay, so Master Gunner. You have to have these cards to get through walls. I just don't see the practicality of being able to get through those walls without cards like this. Gives a big boost to wall damage at the max evolved level. It's an SR. It has 5,166 attack at a level 1. I would really like to have some of these cards, especially for Holy Wars, because it gives you such a huge advantage. Is it practical in an event like Roar of the Dragons? No, it's not. I'd actually say a card like the Hobbit, which I reviewed in my last time, is much more practical and a lot more worthwhile. Its power required is 23, which is actually kind of high. But if you can get your hands on these guys, I would definitely try to, or you could probably get something pretty good from it. If somebody has one of these, and if they want to trade them off, send one my way. I'll give you as much as I can. Unfortunately, I'm kind of low on stuff right now. But I would really like to get my hands on a couple of these, especially since you're going to run into those pure defense decks. I'd say we're about 50-50 our team House for Gods right now, and the ones that we did the ones that we did lose were because we could not get through the defense player's deck. Well, speaking of that, if you can't get through the wall, if you can't get through the defense deck, and if you absolutely have to win, have your teammates pile on that defense leader because their defense power will go down a certain percentage each time. And when that happens, of course, they'll start off their best 5 cards, and then it drops down to their best 4 cards, then their best 3 cards, then their best 2, 1, and eventually you'll just be able to overpower them and win. So it does weaken them. It's very slow. You're going to lose a lot, but eventually you can overwhelm them if you need to. And that's why sometimes having 3 defense leaders is better than just having 1. But one mistake we learned from, guys, is our team members, we don't have enough defensive base players and focus players, so we should have only had 1 defense leader instead of our 3. Because once they break through one of those 3, then they can start talking the new players. So I hope that answers some of your questions, and I hope that kind of helps you set up your leadership next time. I know from my videos I've had some people requesting being recruited. Unfortunately, until Holy Wars is over, guys, we can't do that. Love to get you in there. We love active players. Although we are not the most powerful order, we're very close-knit, we're very trustworthy, and we really help each other out. I know that our clan leader has needed some rubies so that he could max evolve, or, he's been willing to take a loss on some of his high rare cards to trade to our defense leader so that he could get powered up and set up. A lot of people won't do that. A lot of people are too selfish or greedy, and that's why our clan is wonderful. I've gone through other massive multiplayer online games, guys, where people are always looking out for number 1. This order doesn't do that, and that's why I really love playing Rage of Bahamut. But moving on to our last card, this is a Principality. And this is a high rare, and of course this is the Order 1, 4 stars, and it gives a big boost of Holy War points upon victory. So, I'm not sure if this is just talking about that battle or the overall victory, which I think lasts about an hour until the other team gives up. And then that, of course, rewards you with more silver coins and a higher order rank and a higher personal rank. And some of those rewards that you get, guys, are Skull Rider, Dark General, and Satan. And, of course, Cure Waters, Angel Queens, and Gold Dragons. So, a card like this is absolutely invaluable once you get it maxed out to 4 levels and you get it up to its max, evolved 4 max level. Ungodly worthwhile if you can get enough of these and do that, especially if you have an entire deck built around this. You as an individual could literally win a battle for your team, or you could get so much extra rewards through doing that. Unfortunately, I know a lot of these only come through card packs, so unless you're willing to spend a lot of money, guys, and you're lucky, you're probably not going to get these unless you just trade so much. I know there are people that are not even taking S-rares for cards like this because they're so invaluable during these Holy War events. And to just touch off, because I know this video is getting kind of long, Gold Dragons, I know a lot of players think that these are worthless cards, and the more I'm beginning to think about this, at first I thought they were pretty worthless, but actually they're kind of an ingenious way to protect your rubies. I know during off events when Holy Wars isn't going on or Lord of the Dragons isn't going on, and people have extra attack power to spend and they're not looking for treasures, they're looking to steal other players' rubies. I've actually attacked other players and gotten 10,000 rubies from them before, which is a massive amount. I can get 20,000 every couple hours by doing that. Then I can take that 20,000 and I can buy 5 fodder cards, or I can buy 9 fodder cards to evolve my other cards and enhance my other cards. So, one way to get around that, other than keeping a massive amount of rubies on you, is buy those gold dragons, because people can't steal your cards, guys. And I hope people kind of take that to heart and really find the value in those gold dragons. They're worth about 30,000 a piece. So, when you need those rubies to enhance your cards, you can sell them off and protect yourself that way. So it's kind of like banking your own stuff. And you can safeguard those too, so you don't accidentally evolve or enhance them. Well, you can't really evolve them, so you don't actually use them as enhancing fodder. So guys, I hope you like this video. I hope it's answered a lot of questions for you. I continue to learn more, and as I learn more, I'll try to get on here and, teach you more and, help me learn along with this. I'm sure that you guys have some info that I would love to learn. If you have any questions, be sure to comment below. I'll do the best of that, my ability to answer those. Feel free to answer me. Feel free to, send me a message in game. I prefer talking on YouTube though because it takes a while to send messages on Rage of Bahamut. But don't be afraid to go ahead and message me on there. Also, be sure to use my referral code if you're a new player and plan on joining, or if you have another account that you're planning on using, RUM26800. If you're looking to join an order, go ahead and message Mellison 1980 or message myself and I'll send you an invite. But remember guys, until Holy Wars is over, we can't actually invite you. So thanks a lot guys. I hope you have a great time. Enjoy the game. This is Jayson121 signing off.